Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name is Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet, as well as your favorite tarot reader and tarot deck creator here on YouTube. And for today, I have your July predictions and horoscopes prepared for you. You guys, and at the time of you watching this video, it's probably gonna be my birthday, June 29th. So let's pipe it up in the comment section, you guys. Before I get into the readings, I also just want to thank you all for your unwavering support. My new self-care oracle deck just went into print and I cannot wait for this project to be ready for you to hold within your hands. And it truly couldn't be a more perfect time for this type of deck. Trust me, you guys, I know how difficult it can be to actually prioritize your self-care, which is also precisely why I wanted to create a tool that can help you to put yourself first, finally. But anyways, you guys, I don't want to ramble on for too long. This is how your readings work. So in just a moment's time, I will be introducing you to 3 different symbols, and I would like you to pick one of these symbols intuitively in order to receive the first part of your July prediction. And I always recommend that you pick your symbol based on whichever one that you felt connected to right from the jump. Don't overthink it and allow for your gut feeling to guide you with this one. The timestamps to these 3 groups are below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. And then once you've tuned into and received part 1 of your July prediction, things get even more personal and intricate because you guys know I do not play about your psychic predictions and tarot readings. You then get to scroll back down into the description box, click your zodiac signs timestamp, and you will be fast forwarded to a second, even more intricate part of your July prediction that will make your personal reading complete. And for all of my astrology geeks, of course, watch your zodiac sign, but also feel free to tune into your moon and your rising sign. July is also the month of Cancerians and Leos. Cancerians are ruled by the moon and Leos are ruled by the sun, hence why these planetary placements are very important for you during the month of July. So I do recommend that you tune into those to be as prepared as possible for your upcoming month. You guys, I'm just so grateful. You guys, I'm just so grateful for you, all of my gorgeous patrons. I will leave you a thank you note below in the description box. All of you who DM me the most beautiful messages on Instagram, as well as all of your lovely comments here on YouTube. It is hard for me to even put in words how grateful that I am for every single soul that I have come in touch with through these readings. So thank you guys so much for all the love over the years, both my OGs and my new members of the unicorn family. I love you guys endlessly. So yeah, you guys, this was a very cheesy intro. I'm probably feeling a little sentimental because I am entering a new cycle, a new year within my life. So while I am reflecting deeply on what this year of my life has been like, I'm also really looking forward to the upcoming trip around the sun. Thank you for being a witness to it all. So I will now put the 3 symbols that I have prepared for you for part 1 of your prediction on the screen. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a moment to make up your mind. And then without further ado, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my gorgeous soul of symbol 1, and welcome to the first part of your July prediction. I can't wait for us to get straight into it and figure out what is coming towards you during the month of July and what to look out for, what your guides need you to hear right now to be as prepared as you possibly can be for this upcoming calendar month. So we've got an oracle deck right here, but actually I'm feeling called to start off with a tarot deck. This is my Dark Heart Tarot deck, you guys. And I can't wait for us to figure out what message will emerge from here. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. Now this shows us when it comes to the month of July, you are collaborating with other people financially. So you're investing into your future and you're investing with people who know what they're doing. Also, when it comes to work, here in the Three of Pentacles, you are the type of person who works amazingly well as a leader of a team, and we have funds coming to you. It's like you're catching funds. It's like there is money that is kind of flowing freely into your hands, into your possession, to invest, to make big decisions in your professional life, but also to be the person that understands that with that kind of role also comes so much responsibility and trust from other people. So people are trusting you with big choices and also their entire finances during the month of July. Next up, we've got the past. And so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go, so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. This is beautiful, my gorgeous soul. So this is about releasing, having a rebirth take place, and enjoying the spring. I know this is the month of July reading, but spring energy is renewal energy. It's rebirth energy. It's the energy of releasing the old. And that's precisely what I see here for you for the month of July. And also releasing old stories that you may have told yourself about your capabilities to be financially literate, to be reliable when it comes to finances, to make sure that you don't overspend, but to actually be really great at investing. So this is a new you, this is a new era, and here within growing pains, there's a lot of healing that's happening, and your guides are asking you to be patient with yourself. Growing pains always happen when there's a rebirth and you're letting go of the past, because the new you, the new growth, is not easy on your body or on your nervous system. But you've got this, symbol one. You were meant to be in this position of power. You were meant to be this person that others rely on and others trust and confide in, especially with something like their material assets, because you thrive in positions of authority because you don't abuse it. Now here within the Queen of Cups, I can see that there is a motherly figure in your life during the month of July who is going to give you some really sound advice on your growing pains, and also precisely how to overcome your growing pains. And she will encourage you to continue to believe in yourself, to trust that you are meant to have all this responsibility. You're meant to make this kind of money. You're meant to receive. This is a month of receiving. This is a month getting comfortable and receiving in a material sense, receiving that promotion you've always wanted, and also receiving accolades when it comes to all the work that you've put in. The Magician reverse gives us this sense that July for you is a month where you're no longer thinking, how can I manifest? How can I do this? How can I do that? Now it's happening. Now it's taking place. Now it is about surfing the wave. So we're not paddling up to the wave. We're not thinking of, oh, when is the wave coming? No, now the wave has come. We are on the wave. Now it's about riding it to shore. And the Magician reverse shows us that for you, the month of July actually brings a lot of just receiving what you've worked hard for and then maneuvering. So you're not going out there needing to pitch things. You're not going out there needing to be in your masculine. You are simply receiving. Give to the mind and it gives back. So the message that we've got for you, group number one, is that you should give your mind, you should feed, you should receive. So receiving content, receiving insight through, for example, reading books, listening to podcasts as well. Receiving information is what we're doing here during the month of July. If you're a content creator, the month of July will be slower on the creation front for you, and you'll be bigger on receiving and creating content in smaller batches than you expected, but that content will be really potent. That content has the potential of going viral. So you're realizing it's not just always about working harder. Sometimes it really just is about working smarter and creating something that's more iconic rather than just creating a lot of a thing. Now, within the waning gibbous 5, we can see that the month of July is a month in which, yeah, you do hold a lot of weight on your shoulders, but you're used to it, especially if being the oldest sibling and being parentified as a child is something that you have had to deal with and cope with. So being parentified means when your parents treated you like an adult, like you were the parent, even though there were situations in which you should have been able to just be the child and you shouldn't have had to protect yourself or go into survival mode, really, because that's very unhealthy for kids to do and for kids to be put in that situation. But it does also strengthen them. As we can see with you, symbol 1, it does also make them more resilient. And I want you to celebrate your resilience and your strength. Now, the Hunter Moon shows us here that the month of July is filled with abundance for you. This is a month that is filled with receiving, taking, being gifted. If this is your birthday month, then that makes a lot of sense. And I want you to know here within the Hunter Moon that even if it's not your birthday month, as previously mentioned, this is a heavy on the receiving kind of month. And we also have a lot of animals being drawn to you here for July. So don't be surprised if you find a little birdie or a stray animal, an animal in the forest that needs your help, that is injured, and that you will be able to nurse back to full capacity to where it can lead its life, quote unquote, without you again and in a more independent way. So I definitely see you also spending a lot of time with an animal that you're taking care of. If you have a pet that also needs a little bit of extra TLC because you just haven't had as much time as of recently, July is pampering season for your pet. July is the month of spending more time with it, bonding with it. Also remembering that pets typically have a shorter lifespan than we do, and to enjoy these moments because their life is just so much shorter than ours, and sometimes we don't realize it in the hustle and bustle of being a human. So group number 1, I am now going to clear and cleanse the space because I can intuitively sense there are a few more messages for your July prediction, and then I'll be right back to guide you more deeply into the messages that you must receive. All right, group number 1, or shall I say symbol 1, let's move a little more deeply into this reading for you. Spirit is guiding me here towards the left. This is your message. All right, we have the Seeker. What we have here in the Seeker is a beautiful depiction of a third eye opening, some magic that's basically coming out of it. And what this card says and communicates is, could you surrender just a bit more? Could you just allow for things to happen, to not clutch onto a reality that you're used to? The Seeker is about the all-seeing eye, trusting spirit, and releasing. Literally, ask yourself this in July. Could I surrender just a little more? Just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be anything uncomfortable. But can you surrender just a little more to the abundance? Just a little more to the love? Just a little bit more to the attention, the positive attention that you're getting during the month of July? Could you? Symbol 1, can you? Because I know you can. So your guides have a few more cards that had to come into your reading for us to unravel. So we're going to go through it card by card. We'll start off here, oh wow, with the World card, which is the last card of the major arcana within the tarot, and is said to be the most positive card, the most favorable one. It shows fulfillment. It shows your entire world being in harmony. And I see here within the Page of Coins that this is a new feeling because the last couple months, they've not been easy. So July being prosperous, especially on the professional and financial front, is an amazing change for you. It's a great breather that you deserve, that you've needed, and that has been a long time in the making. Now, the Emperor, the Eight of Coins, and the Ace of Cups is a very interesting combination, as the Emperor is a card of taking charge, of being a leader, like we already spoke about. And it's almost like you're sitting in your throne and you're directing what happens next. And people listen to you. People do what you say. And I see here within the Eight of Coins that you are actually positioning yourself as the type of person that has this CEO energy that others just can't deny is here. And it's also very attractive. I see here in the Ace of Cups that the month of July brings a lot of romantic interest that people have in you, a lot of interest in being with you, in being in your presence, in sleeping with you, and being intimate with you. The Ace of Cups shows us here that there's also a person in the Page of Coins who has this earth sign energy, so a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and they're younger than you, but they feel like you're the most attractive person ever, and they're someone who you connect with through work. they get the whole work vibe and what's going on professionally. And I want you to know in the Ace of Cups and the Page of Coins that this is someone who is going to try to come on to you. They are really shy to make a move because obviously they don't want to be rejected by you. However, they have always been interested in you. They've always thought that you're so attractive and also such a great leader and so strong professionally, like so knowledgeable. And like you're the kind of individual that just stands out. From the moment that they met you, they felt that you were different. Next up, we've got the Two of Elixirs, which is another love card. This actually, the Two of Cups card in the traditional tarot, here it's the Two of Elixirs. It represents romantic love, it represents passion, it represents a strong relationship, a soul tie, and being with someone that is a soulmate that you can see yourself doing your entire life with. So this relationship has some amazing potential to blossom into something beautiful and long-lasting. If you are currently in a relationship or in a marriage, I just want you to know here that just because you are in a marriage or in a relationship doesn't mean that that has destroyed all compatibility that you may have with anybody else. Not at all. You are still compatible with other people, but you choose to be loyal. You choose to not indulge in infidelity. And that doesn't mean that these interests aren't still here, people being interested in you, but you're most likely just not going to act on it, of course, because you are in a committed relationship. Now here, the Nine of Elixirs is a card of great fortune as well. This is like the manifestation card, the genie in a bottle card of the tarot. And I just want you to know here within the Nine of Elixirs that what this shows is whatever it is that you desire in July, be careful what you wish for because it's most likely going to come true. Be careful what you manifest and what you put on your goal or your vision board because you're most likely going to see it happen very soon. But this also means that if you wish for something that you really want that's very positive in your life, you're going to train your mind to subconsciously take the steps towards it and to make it happen. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number 1, this is the first reading that I received for your symbol that you picked during the intro of this video. But to complete this reading, add on your zodiac sign's prediction by scrolling down into the description box, clicking your zodiac sign, and then you will be fast forwarded to the second, even more intricate part of your personal prediction and horoscope for July. As already mentioned within the intro, feel free to tune into your sun sign, but also your moon and your rising sign for a complete July prediction that is 100% personal to your birth chart and that will give you all of the information that you need to be as prepped as possible for your upcoming month. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. Welcome to the first part of your July prediction, which I can't wait for us to get into. All you need to do is lean back, relax, and enjoy these messages before we get into the zodiac portion of your tarot reading. In case you're completely new here, my name is Vanessa Somuayina. I have been on YouTube for over 10 years, have conducted tens of thousands of psychic readings on and offline, and I can't wait to predict July for you. First up, we've got multiple streams. All right, my gorgeous soul, the month of July is going to give you a nice, hefty surprise of additional money coming from another stream of income that you have been building and wanting to get started. So in multiple streams, there is prosperity coming for you. There is more abundance than you expected, and it's going to feel good. It's going to make you want to add even more effort and time into creating these multiple streams so they can grow larger and you can create more freedom around your finances for yourself and literally just be the multiple stream queen. Next up, we've got be open to receiving. That's precisely what Spirit wants you to do. Even though you've got good things coming for you financially, be open to receiving as well in July because people have gifts for you. People have things they want to give you, even money too. So here within be open to receiving, it's important that you allow yourself to receive what life has in store for you. And sometimes your angels and your guides give you things through other people as messengers, basically. But know here that receiving is a very feminine trait. It's something that makes you soft. It's something that shows that you're comfortable in your own skin and that you value yourself enough to be like, yeah, you know what, I deserve this. Of course I'm open to receiving this, because why shouldn't I receive it? If I don't receive it, then the next chick will, the next person will. I see here within the waning crescent 1 that your guides want to communicate to you that in July you are divinely protected. Some worries that you had about the upcoming month are going to be put to rest very quickly, as it seems as though some of the biggest problems, headaches, and worries that you had, those anxieties are just evaporating. It's like they are fading into thin air, because you are open to receiving and you are doing well for yourself too financially. Now the harvest moon shows us here that finally a lot of aspects of your dream existence are coming to fruition, and also quite literally more fruit in July, more vitamin C, more of you indulging in things that have a lot of fiber that are good for your body. I do see hot girl summer for you, hot boy summer, and you are open to receiving compliments too. And I want you to know here within this little masquerade mask situation, a lot of people aren't even going to recognize you. You're going to bump into some people from your past, from the past in the sense of, you know, high school, middle school. You won't expect it whatsoever, and they're going to think to themselves, oh my goodness, what happened to you? Like, you changed so much. You really had a huge glow up, and you not being the most popular person in class, the most popular person in the school, and then glowing up to this person who they envy is going to really teach them a lesson in the sense of, oh, they should have been nice to you. All right, in touch with your body. Group number 2. You're really on this health and fitness journey, aren't you? I see YouTube workouts, I see having those green smoothies, I see matchas, I see cauliflower as well as broccoli, you know, rice and healthy proteins and so on. And in touch with your body, I see walking the 10K steps a day, at least doing so as often as you can. And the month of July is really about you and also protecting your health. You know, the waning crescent 1 is not just about you being divinely protected, but also you like protecting yourself by creating good health. The thing that we're not doing, group number 2, is we are not letting ourselves go. We are not leaving things up to chance. You are too anxious and too much of a control freak for that. You would rather take matters into your own hands rather than wait until you're older just to find out, oh, maybe I should have taken a little more care of myself. Maybe I should have taken my health a little more seriously. Nah, we're not waiting for that, group number 2. You are too grown to be playing those games with yourself. I see here within polarity that you're integrating your shadow side during the month of July. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity, and also understand that in order for there to be lightness, darkness must exist. In order for there to be a side that is dark, we also need light. You know, everything works in tandem with one another. And to feel any emotion, we need the opposite. We need some sort of polarity. And here within polarity, I just see both of your sides being unleashed and unraveled. And the more comfortable you feel in your body, because your dream body is coming to fruition, I see that in the harvest moon as well. You're harvesting the fruit that you set out to plant, the fruit where you planted the seeds like weeks ago. And you're finally seeing results physically. You're stronger. You're in better shape than you've ever been. And I just see that it brings out a side of you that is more courageous, all right? Like, you're not taking shit from anyone, basically. You are not letting people walk all over you. You are not going to be made to feel like you are the unattractive one in a relationship or situationship with someone who is kind of getting an attitude. No. You are putting a halt to anything that doesn't respect you, that doesn't value you, because you see here within miracles that honestly, you've just been way too nice all this time. You've been way too kind to everyone who, I don't want to say they didn't deserve it, but it's just like everyone where you should have put that boundary up, and you're having faith that miracles are on their way. You don't need anyone. So if someone is trying to like threaten you in any kind of sense, even at your job, at your work, if, you know, someone else might be afraid that they'll like lose their job, or that you might lose customers, you know, if you work for yourself and you're outspoken and you're direct and you say what you want. We're not doing that, group number 2, because why? Your prayers have been answered in the past and they still will be answered. Surrender to the how and surrender to the fact that people love knowing you for you and who you really are. Having a polarizing opinion is what builds a following that is really ride or die for you. That builds friendships, relationships, where people go hard for you too, because they see you go hard for your morals, your values, the things you believe in. That makes people want to go hard for you as well. And that creates loyalty. Now, group number 2, I feel like we have some more messages, a lot more messages to unravel for you. So I will clear and cleanse the space and be right back so we can delve even more deeply into your July prediction. So you know you don't have to lift a finger, continue to relax. When the time comes for you to pick your zodiac sign, I will of course let you know, but for now, let's just get more deeply into it. All right, group number 2, let's delve a little more deeply into this reading for you, shall we? Let's see what your guides have to say. I feel like Spirit is about to say stop. Stop here. We've got the satellite. Okay, so the month of July is a month of speaking your truth. No longer are you protecting people's feelings over your own sanity. Oh my goodness, you remember the one time that your friend or who you thought was your friend took you out for dinner? It was their idea. Usually you always offer to like pay for their coffee. You're so generous with them. You've often paid for stuff too. And then you go out with them and they're just like, no, let's split the bill. They're just like so cheap with you and you don't like it. And you're finally speaking your truth. You're finally like, you know what? I don't like that the vibes are always so cheap as soon as it's your turn to do something, as soon as it's your turn to pay. But I would never treat you that way, and I never have. And I also see here within speaking your truth, like relationships, hello, like you have your standards and you're speaking your truth in romantic relationships about what you no longer want to tolerate. It could be disrespectful behavior, actions, words. But the thing that I want you to know, group number 2, is that it's not just about speaking your truth, but then it's also about standing on your truth. Let's see what Spirit has to say about that. Temperance, temperance. Choose your battles wisely. Now, if you have been married, say, for 10 years to someone who provides, they are kind, they're loyal, they're loving, they don't usually do anything that's all that terrible, and you have an argument, they get on your last nerve. Now, temper yourself. It is not the time to start threatening divorce every single time there's a little friction. However, if you are in a situationship with someone, they aren't doing anything for you, okay, diddly squat. You are paying for things, you're sacrificing your time, your sanity, they barely text you back, you don't know where they are, you don't know where you stand, and certainly it doesn't feel all that committed. And the thing here is like, there's no tempering then. Speak your truth, you've wasted enough time, and if they cannot comply with the rules, if they cannot comply with the standard, then you have to stand on your truth and walk out. You have to understand here, July is about making a very conscious decision to speak your truth and then to decide based on track records. Now, someone who has built up a track record of trust, of care, of love towards you, okay, you'll have a bit of a longer fuse for them. You can tolerate more with someone like that. But an individual who has not built that track record and has not proven to be anything but a time waster, no. The Magician shows us here, you are actually wasting your manifestation powers on people who don't understand how freaking good your advice is. You know those friends that complain about any and everything? You know that friend that always complains about their man, but they never leave them? Why don't you leave him, Sarah? Literally, why don't you let go of him, Stacy? Please. Why are you still with him if you know that he's still texting that other girl? Why are you still entertaining him, Leah, if you know that he doesn't want to marry you, meanwhile you want to get married and start a family? And the thing is, that can be so draining to listen to that and to try to give sound advice, but they never take it on board. They just want to complain. So the thing that I see here in the Magician is like you're in the mood to protect yourself because you have put your heart, your soul, your energy out there to help others, but not everyone is ready to accept that help just yet. And instead in July, focus on delight, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things always expect the best. The thing is, you can have an amazing time without spending any money, without doing anything fancy. You just need amazing company and to be able to be real and honest, hence why we've got the satellite in here. And the thing is, the month of July is about making wishes. The month of July is about planting seeds for your future wishes and also taking a leap and seeing that, you know what, I can fly. I can take a leap with my wishes here, with the little seeds of my wishes all over the place, and take a leap and just see how they go to the ground and start to grow roots. And the thing here that I want you to know within the light is that you're also being pushed to kind of have like a bit more fun in July. Go out a little more with the right people. And also just remind yourself here that you don't need anyone that doesn't allow you to speak your truth without it being an argument. And when you speaking your truth is immediately friction in an argument, you know something ain't right. You know that's a toxic connection right there. I see here within the moon, your intuition is so sharp, it's so strong, but the thing is sometimes you make excuses for people because you just want to give them a chance, and you do also have a fear of losing them. But what if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? What if the fact that you are so forgiving is actually your brilliance and you're just using it on the wrong people? What if intuitively knowing something isn't going to work out is actually your brilliance in the sense of, you know what, you just need to apply it very quickly, and before you know it, oops, here you go, you're married to a billionaire because you said no to absolutely everybody who was not it, everybody who you could tell was just the type of person that you didn't want to spend the rest of your life with. And because you said no so quickly and you trusted that there is someone out here who really connects with you, and obviously I'm just joking about the billionaire part. I mean, group number 2. Of course it can happen for you if that's what you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. However, what I mean by that is like if you've dealt with someone who lets you take care of everything and on top of that also never provides any experiences which cost money, which cost time and energy, whether it's buying food, tickets to go out or whatever, you don't need to put up with that. I do also see here within the moon that we have some sort of secret power being unraveled during the month of July for you. And I do get the sense that, yeah, you know what, your strangeness is actually what attracts a lot of wealthy people to you as well, because they like that you're so authentic and you're so different, but still in a classy way. And here we have the magic card. I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Remind yourself that if you've got a big business project that you would like to see come to life, yeah, you might need funding, you might need backing, and that's probably where this high net worth individual energy is coming into your reading from. And it's about understanding there's a new beginning here, and don't underestimate your own magic. Don't underestimate your own ideas and your own goals. Your goal is just as worthy of being funded as anyone else's. You know just as much or just as little as anyone else who is starting a business. And it's just important that you step into that power. You step into that strong knowing that, you know what, of course, why wouldn't someone believe in this? I believe in it. Next up, we've got the Ace of Blades for you. Now, this shows that there is a new cut coming into your life in the sense of a fresh relationship where you can talk openly and honestly to this person. The Ace of Blades shows us here that there's a fresh business partner and business opportunity coming for you during the month of July. And the Sun shows us that it's a very positive, long-lasting one for you. And it will bring a lot of warmth, security, joy, as well as happiness into your life. Despite the skull, the Sun is actually one of the most favorable cards within the entire tarot deck. And it's definitely also a card that shows you, you know what? There is so much to feel excited about. There's so much power in being you. Continue to be you and watch the world around you open up. Now, group number 2, this is the first part of your reading that I've received for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Make sure that you leave a little, let's say, a moon emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here. That's the only way one would know that you're part of group number 2. And now we'll move into the zodiac portion of your prediction. So scroll down into the description box, click your zodiac sign, and you'll be fast forwarded to the relevant portion of this video that is your horoscope for July, because it's based on your zodiac sign. So I'll catch you over there. Welcome, symbol 3, to your reading that's all about the month of July. This is part 1 of your prediction before we move into the zodiac portion of your reading. In case you're completely new here, my name is Vanessa Somuayina. I have conducted tens of thousands of readings on and offline, and I cannot wait for us to uncover what's coming up for you during the month of July. So let's see what your guides have to say. First up, we've got rest. All right, July is about sleeping, napping, getting that sweet rest in, especially if you have not been sleeping whatsoever and your sleeping pattern has been out of whack. It's time for you to finally call in those sick days, stay home, because you know you need the rest. And at the end of the day, why are you killing yourself for people or companies that in the end wouldn't be there to pick you back up if, say, you were burnt out and you couldn't work anymore, or you actually had to go to hospital, for example? Who would be there? Probably not the same people stressing you out. Now, within Use Your Hands, I can see that resting as well as doing arts and crafts, pottery, for example, these are ways in which you can make July the most epic month of the year. I know it sounds like you are a 70-year-old grandma with the resting and the pottery, but hear me out, group number 3. Sometimes you need this type of therapeutic healing. Sometimes you need to have those early nights in to just refill your energy levels, to just re-energize and give your body a little bit of time to recuperate. You've been through a lot. I see here within sync with the moon that another thing that does make you very tired is if you have a cycle. That is something that affects you greatly. But if you do not have a cycle, I just want you to know syncing with the moon can be done regardless of who you identify as, because it has everything to do with actually paying close attention to how the full and new moon affects you and in which ways you can use that to your advantage and when to rest. If you find that you're always really tired during full moons, rest. If the new moons inspire you, use your hands, make something from scratch, create. You know that you've been neglecting these areas of your life for different reasons. It is valid to want an amazing career, but at the same time, it's also a season for you to now count your blessings and enjoy life. In the sense of actually counting your blessings because you've got so many more than you give yourself credit for. Take pleasure in simple things and always expect the best, because there is such a thing as the power of expectation. I cover that in my Abundance Academy course, where I teach you to manifest anything, whether it's love, your dream home, your dream car. And I want you to know here within Delight that when you expect the best to happen to you, that's exactly what you attract into your life, no less. It's all about expecting and receiving. Now, let's move a little more deeply into your reading, shall we? So next up, we have got anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force and honor all of your emotions as sacred. If you're the type of person who used to feel embarrassed when they got angry or moody or just felt a way about things, and you may have let it out through some harsh words or even ignoring others, I just want you to know here there are so many ways where you can use anger as a positive force. Even in July, just changing the narrative from anything upsetting you to it just fueling you to do better for yourself, so you don't have to deal with these annoying people and situations anymore. I see here in prosperity that for you, group 3, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing in July. Manage your finances with love and care. Become financially literate. Get some finance books and put them next to your bed, so in between you resting, sleeping, snoozing, getting all of those naps, read them. All right, very easy books to read on finance is the Rich Dad Poor Dad series by Robert Kiyosaki. I also find Tony Robbins' finance books to be very easy to read and comprehend. There are a few others. There's this book by The Naked Trader that I read, very entertaining. And then at the same time, you're also increasing your financial IQ because you're learning, you're growing. So let's see what else is coming towards you in July. We've also have you being really hungry for more. So your life right now is not at all where you're going to end up. You're going to achieve a lot more than you have up until this point. during the next couple years because you're very hungry, and what makes you angry is that you're not there yet. But when you fuel and channel that anger into working and achieving and just grinding more, you will actually find that you get really sweet results very quickly, faster than you expected, because guess what? Nothing is stopping you. You're turning difficult emotions into a place where you feel motivated to get it done. You feel motivated to go for it. You feel motivated to follow your dreams. And I definitely see here that we have a few more messages that need to be unraveled. You don't need to do a thing, group number 3. You don't need to lift a finger. Just continue to chill and relax, and we'll delve more deeply into the first part of your July prediction. All right, group number 3. Did you miss me? Let's delve a little more deeply into this reading together, shall we? So first up, okay, we've got the dark night of the soul. I can see some transformation. You're awakening to a new reality in July of just realizing how a lot of things you thought were true, maybe they were not that accurate after all. I see you delving into some conspiracy theories as well. And what we see here is the sentence, she dug caverns in her heart until she found the light. Wow. So you're doing a lot of deep diving. I also see journaling vibes for you. So getting into writing down your emotions and your feelings and being honest with yourself about why you feel these ways. And also if there's some parts of you that are very dark but need to be expressed through poetry, music, or maybe just punching something. Think of boxing, for example. No, not that person that gets on your nerves, not your ex, not your best friend's situationship. I mean safely expressing anger, remember? So here within Be Patient, we've also got Master number 11, and being patient, telling you that it will come. Having the sun as a symbol shows us here that your manifestation powers are on 10. The 1111 symbol showing up for you is indicative that during the month of July, you'll see a lot of 1111 energy. All right, you'll see it on the clock all the time. You will see it on vehicles. You will see it in your inbox, for example. And I just want you to know here that this is indicative of you having put in a lot of hard work. And that can make you impatient as you're waiting for the results, but your guides are here to say to you, you know what? You have put in so much work. Now it's also time for you to lean back and watch it turn into something bigger without even putting in more of your labor. Now here we've got I am in divine flow and move in alignment. Now the thing here with yin and yang energy, feminine energy, moon energy, is the receiving energy. Yang energy, masculine energy, sun energy is all about putting out. It's all about taking action. And if you have been in one of these energies for too long, for whatever reason, there is an imbalance, and it makes you unable to create when this happens to you. And the month of July is a month of unifying these two energies again, because we all have these energies within us, no matter who we identify as. We all have a little bit of that polarity in our souls and in our bodies. But what do you do when it's out of alignment? What do you do when you need to shift it back into alignment? And that's where we've got this divine flow coming towards you of feeling like, you know what, now's the time to get back into alignment, because I've either been in the daydreamy energy for too long, or I've just been like doing and burning myself out so much. It's time to really just chill. Now, the King of Coins shows us that there is an older earth sign business person here in July. And I do see that they're going to change everything in your life. And I want to see why and how. What does this person want from you? We've got the 9 of Batons. They see you've got a lot on your shoulders, and they want to take some of that burden off of you. So it's almost like in the movies, you know, where one of the guys is like super uber wealthy, and they show up and they're like, oh, I want to like make you my stay-at-home girlfriend, housewife, partner, whatever. I do definitely see someone here who wants to take a lot of burden off of you in July because they see that you're struggling. Of course, the example that I just gave was a little dramatic, but just to give you an idea of the energy, it's damsel in distress energy and someone here to fix it. Next, we have the Hermit in reverse. So why this is happening is because you're actually leaving your house, group number 3. Congratulations for taking action on that. You're actually going out there. You're actually making yourself available, approachable, and putting yourself in a situation where you may meet some new people. And honestly, I am really proud of you for that, because I know it wasn't easy. I know it took a lot. I know for you, you would sometimes rather get like a colonoscopy than go outside and have to socialize. And I see here with the 10 of Pentacles that the thing is, like, you've created a beautiful life for yourself, so it really needs to be worth it. Like, the 10 of Pentacles also shows that furthermore in your career, in the material realm for you, whether it's your health, your wealth, your well-being. I mean, look at the snap vibe here with the cats. There are 3 cats here, a white, a black, and a red one. We've got this beautiful red sofa. We've got pictures of ancestors up here. This is the kind of energy and vibe that I see when it comes to napping, feeling so held, comfortable, and cozy. So the thing for you is that issues that you have in the earthly realm will dissipate so quick with the King of Coins supporting and helping you, and you'll just be back to normal. And the norm for you is a soft life. The norm for you is a life of leisure that you worked hard to create. And here we have the 9 of Wands, which is identical to the 9 of Batons, just from a different deck. And I want you to know that here Spirit is reiterating to you to not work so hard, especially when the odds are stacked against making those to-do lists actually go away in a reasonable amount of time with a reasonable amount of energy. If your to-do list is about 3 kilometers long, all right, why are we attempting to finish it all in one evening? Why are we dreaming during our nap time of like, oh, if only I just got that push, that urge, like, you know, when you get a cleaning frenzy and all of a sudden you just clean your whole house? Oh, maybe I'll get a to-do list frenzy and I'll be able to just do it all. Please just forget about it. Hang it up, group number 3. I'm not going to say give it up, because it's not like it can't happen, but it's just like the month of July, please. Can we rest? Can we just do one thing at a time? Can we let others help us? Can we allow for others to support us? Because you have more important things to do, like bringing yourself back into alignment and also taking lots of naps, journaling, going out to really yummy restaurants and trying new drinks, going to that new coffee place where you know they have this strawberry matcha drink, and that place that has this mega amazing new vegan salad with like these plant-based chicken strips. You know what I mean. So you've got these important things to do. Please don't overthink the work, because July is really more about resting. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number 3, this is part 1 of your reading, which I have received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful and that you enjoyed it. But now we'll move into the zodiac portion of your reading. Scroll down into the description box, click your zodiac signs timestamp, and you'll be fast forwarded to part 2 of your prediction, which I urge you to combine with this first part in order to receive a complete July prediction and horoscope, so you can be as prepared as possible for the upcoming calendar month. Thank you so much for being here with me, group number 3, and I can't wait to catch you during your zodiac signs prediction. Hello, my gorgeous Aries baby. Welcome to your July 2024 prediction. I can't wait for us to figure out precisely what is coming towards Aries specifically, and I hope that you enjoyed picking from the 3 groups that I had prepped for you at the start of this video, but let's get into it now. So first up, we've got the 10 of Rods. So the 10 of Rods is a message of actually taking a break in July because you really need it. So not just because you want to, but because you are actually overworked. You have actually literally gotten yourself to a point where you're close to burning out. And Aries is very ambitious. Aries always wants to do the most. Aries is the type of person you can count on if you want something to be done well. But of course, this kind of responsibility and also holding yourself to a high standard, at some point it's going to come back to haunt you. And in July, it is really time to recharge your batteries to avoid burning out or avoid getting ill or falling ill faster, because your nervous system is just so overladen with sleep deprivation, you putting your body and your mind and your soul through so much all the time. So please do rest, my gorgeous Aries baby. And a good message that I have here in the next card that we received for you, which is the Two of Elixirs. In the regular tarot deck, or shall I say the traditional tarot, this is the Two of Cups, which shows that actually your love life is doing really well in July. So there is this kind of love situation going on where you can be cooped up with a lover, sharing some romantic moments, perhaps even going on a little trip with this person and enjoying them, really just showing you not only how interested they are in you, but also making it abundantly clear that they want to be with you. Here we have the number 11, and here we've got the Two of Cups, the Two of Elixirs, and it looks very similar as we have the Roman letters here, and this number 11 also looks like the Roman letter. So I want you to know here that the number 11 as well as the number 2, these are your numbers for the month of July. 1 plus 1 also equals 2, so it goes together, it pairs up numerologically speaking beautifully, and the number 11 is a number of a leader, it's actually a master number is what I'm trying to say, and it is a very special one. The number 2 is the number of partnership. It is the number of mutual love and respect. And within the Temperance card, I see that it's literally like love on the brain. You know that Rihanna song called Love on the Brain? That's July. So focus less on work and your professional life. Focus more on love and having a good time. And also remind yourself, you'll never be as young as you are now. Have that wild, beautiful summer romance for yourself in July. And even if you are in a committed relationship, you know, the romantic spark being renewed and reignited is something that I can see here within Temperance that your brain really needed to feel. It's like these two hands here that are enveloped in flowers and they're reaching for the brain, and it's all about making sure that you remind yourself pleasure is an important part of your life as well. Not just work, not just living and existing to go to work, pay bills, and do it all over again the next week, but just think of how the human experience has so many pleasures, from sensual, romantic, to things such as food, even just human touch with another person. Also the feeling of working out, being out in nature, eating something healthy. These are all different types of pleasures for you to indulge in during the month of July. As I see here in the Two of Rods, that the past months you have usually chosen disciplines and work and being like a responsible person over your pleasures and your fun, which is very commendable, my gorgeous Aries baby. I understand. You are trying to grind. You're trying to create a life for yourself that you're proud of. And you also understand that that comes with responsibilities. However, in July, your guides are really trying to push you, to pick fun, to pick pleasure, to pick having a good time, and also this lover that's coming into your life with whom you can enjoy, you know, that feeling when you're freshly in love and you've got butterflies in your stomach. Yeah, that kind of feeling. Then we also have growth. So I just want you to know, for committed relationships, for Aries, growth and the Two of Elixirs, this is a fertile time. This is baby growing time. So if that's something that you're not looking to do, please take the necessary precautions. If it is something that you're looking to do, well, lucky you. July is really that month for you where conception is possible and very easy. Now, growth also shows us that the month of July brings a lot of growth for you inwards, like in a mental way, and in a sense where you don't feel like yourself anymore after the month of July, because you've kind of stripped yourself of the old you and you've grown from the old you. That's not necessarily something that indicates that the old you wasn't good. It just shows us here that you're learning more how to find the balance between work hard and sometimes just saying like, F it, I'm gonna have fun now and I'm gonna worry about the consequences later. We had the Queen of Swords show up for you, but actually in reverse. So the Queen of Swords in reverse shows exactly that. No more inhibition. Also, no more overthinking your responsibilities. You are taking more action that is spontaneous, having more fun that is just you going out there and doing things that you wouldn't usually do, and actually accepting invites for weddings and parties and barbecues. I see here within the Knight of Batons that if you're single and you're kind of wondering what kind of person is coming into your life when it comes to love, the Knight of Batons shows us here someone coming into your life that's kind of a slow burner. They are coming in on a snail. So that's not to say that they are slow. It just shows us here in the Knight of Batons that they want to take their time to get to know you. Hence also why it's so romantic in July to spend moments with them, you know, outside, slow kisses, watching movies, getting your favorite takeaway late at night. Those kind of vibes, like the very like old school, pure, real love type of vibes. And I, of course, don't want you to lose sight of your bigger goals, your greater goals that require discipline and so on. But here in the Five of Batons, it's confirmed. The number 5, numerologically speaking, for your month of July, shows us that friction needs to be taken care of. And the friction lays between your personal life and your professional life. It's about your work-life balance that's just really been a pain in the butt, is what I was trying to say. And sometimes just saying to yourself, okay, what's the worst that could happen if I focus on myself just a little bit more? Usually it's not that bad. Usually things even get better when you focus on you rather than just working overtime and being completely burnt out. At least I've noticed that that is often the case. Now, the Ten of Swords here, reverse, shows us that you are awakening from a place of depression. So if you have been going through some heavy depression, if you've been going through some stages of just not feeling like you're enough, feeling like you're kind of a bit of a burden, I see that veil lifting for you in July, my gorgeous Aries, and finding back to the bouncy, fun, witty version of yourself that you've missed and that you kind of felt like you were missing out on and your surroundings were missing out on for a while. So my gorgeous Aries, this is the reading that I received for you for July. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to never miss an upcoming prediction. I'm sending you so much love as well as prosperity, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my stunning Taurus baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction, where we'll talk all things Taurus. Now, you are ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love, affection, attraction, aesthetics, and so on. And, oh, okay, we have a card that already wants to speak within your reading. And for all of you who always ask me about this deck, this is actually my deck. It's called the Wild Muse Oracle deck. You can find it linked in the description box. I self-published and produced this all by myself. It's of the highest quality. It comes with a collector's box and a guidebook, and I only have very few pieces left of this. I don't know yet if I will reprint, so don't say I didn't tell you so. And it ships worldwide. Now, next up, well, first up within murky waters, I see that the month of July for Taurus is going to have a lot of unexpected surprises. So it is as if you're stepping into these murky waters, and there are a lot of creatures and just things within this water that you did not expect. And we're going to figure out precisely what that is, what type of surprises we're looking at. So please, my gorgeous Taurus, just be open-minded, relax, chill, and we'll get into a little more detail about July for you. So one of the surprises is that you will be asked to speak. You will be asked to hold a speech, to be the person who teaches, who is on a stage, who is the center of attention, and you are going to be informing a lot of people in a crowd. So if you absolutely do not like public speaking, then of course this is not going to be your favorite task to do in July, but I do get the sense that you will be flattered by this opportunity, and that will make you take it on and just do it anyways, even though you didn't expect it and you feel a little bit underprepared and like it's just thrown on you. Having this presentation, speaking in front of like class peers at a wedding, having a presentation that you're doing in order to sell and pitch something. I do see here that actually within There Is Always a Way, you're going to knock it out of the park. You're going to completely smash it. You're going to kill it. You are going to make yourself proud. And also, everyone who is within the crowd is going to think, oh, okay, I didn't know Taurus was so charismatic and such a good speaker. And you're going to be like, I didn't even know I was such a good speaker. And you're going to have this high from publicly having people cheer and clap for you and say that you did this amazingly well, that you may even seek out this high again. You may think to yourself, well, what if I speak a little bit on a podcast or on a YouTube channel or, you know, some Instagram reels? And you're going to look into that more during the month of July, how you can inspire more, because you can tell that you are the type of person who is capable of that. Now, the waning gibbous 5 shows us here that July is going to test your resilience in that sense, right? Because you will be put to the test with some uncomfortable tasks that you can turn down. Like, you could have turned down the speech. You could have turned down publicly putting yourself before others and presenting and leading. But you didn't want to. You didn't, because you are resilient. So you did it anyways, even though you were fearful, even though it's not something that you necessarily wanted to do and it caused some anxiety and some stress. But in the end, you grew so much through it. And for that, you will forever be thankful. And that's also why you take on these type of opportunities when they arise. Now, the full moon shows us that you are fully in your power, Taurus, during the month of July. This is your month. This is your month of becoming the most powerful version you've been yet, and stepping into your full power in the sense of, yeah, you know what? I've got this. I don't need to be afraid of messing up. I don't need to be afraid of not knowing what I'm doing, because you have the certifications, you have the education, you have the charismatic nature. Oh, and here within the worm moon, the thing that Spirit wanted to bring into your reading, which is probably also why this card couldn't wait to come out, is that you just have blind faith in yourself. And having faith in yourself is one of the most important ingredients to a successful life, at least in this day and age. And here within the worm moon, you can also see that we have a depiction of what seems to be a woman holding her chest and pregnant, right? So having faith that what needs to be birthed will be birthed, whether that's an idea or an actual child, and what needs to be conceived will be conceived. So for any of you who are absolutely not looking to conceive something like a human child, the month of July is a month of fertility for Taurus, so please take necessary precautions. However, if you're kind of okay with it, or it's even in the plans, well, knock yourself out, Taurus, because the month of July is a month that's not only highly romantic, but may just be that month of conception of more than just a business idea. Now, let's move a little more deeply into your reading, shall we? I'm getting a lot of additional energy pulsing through the tips of my fingers for Taurus. I can tell this is what we need to know. Wow, Taurus, we've got miracles for you. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered, and surrender to the how. July is filled with miracles for Taurus, and these unforeseen opportunities feel like the greatest thing ever. You know that euphoric feeling that athletes must feel when they, for example, score? Imagine you could bottle that up, and that's the kind of feeling that I see you feeling over and over again during the month of July, and it's really priceless, and it is epic to a degree that is indescribable. And what this leads to is a rebirth of yourself. You're reinventing yourself, you're giving yourself the life of your dreams, and you're creating a new reality based around everything that you've shown yourself you are capable of doing. We have a month filled with passion, a month filled with getting done what you've wanted to get done for a long time. So some of the things on your to-do list that you've procrastinated, they're coming to a complete finish, to tying up the loose ends. And I do see here that this reinvention of yourself in July, of actually realizing and noticing that you're a great leader and a great speaker, it's going to lead to something more. Okay, this is just the beginning. It's going to be a journey and a path to something way bigger and greater than you ever expected it to be. And I'm looking forward to continuing to reveal the path for you moving forward in upcoming monthly predictions. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel to never miss an upcoming monthly horoscope or prediction video. And wherever you are, my beautiful Taurus baby, I'm wishing you a beautiful day or night, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my stunning Gemini baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction, which is the horoscope portion, which is based on the fact that you are a Gemini. So we'll move straight into it. I hope that you enjoyed receiving part 1 of your reading, where I introduced you to the groups during the intro. But now let's see what the first message is that your guides have for you in correlation to the month of July. So we've got the Sunstone, which is a crystal of taking pleasure in the things that you do. Gemini, if you have just been working and burning the midnight oil, or however that saying goes, you know, working till early morning hours, getting up early, on your grind, you're doing everything you can, in a way you're burnt out. You are burnt out, I would say slightly to medium. We're not yet in a situation where, all right, we need to get you into a burnout, a rehab, but we don't want to continue on this train. And there's another crystal that popped out of the pile while shuffling that needs to be able to vocalize something to you about July. And for you, Gemini, it's about allowing yourself to receive pleasure, allowing yourself to have fun. And I mean pleasure in all forms. If you've got a dirty mind, then please fantasize about it, receive pleasure in that way. We're not here to judge, Gemini. My channel is open for everybody. It's here to support you. It's here to have real conversations and not to pretend like everything's all hush hush. But the main and most important message here is July is a month where you are being called to have fun. Okay, you've restricted yourself so much. You've restricted yourself to the degree that you've taken pleasure out of so many days in your life just to be good, healthy, hardworking, whatever the label may be. But is that really the whole purpose of your life, to just acquire more of those labels? Or is the purpose of your life to take pleasure in the things that you do, to also enjoy your life, to know that, yeah, you've worked hard and you continue to work hard and you still have decades to work hard. You don't need to fill every single moment with hard work. And there is so much growth in understanding how to take care of yourself in that form. And by growth, I mean seeking out growth in taking time out when you need time out, not waiting until you either get sick or something bad happens or you actually have to go to like a rehab center. That is not growth if you just work until you collapse. Growth is being able and willing to also learn from others who were once in your position and not think to yourself, oh, that won't happen to me. Gemini, I know you've been there, where someone spoke about their burnout and depression story, and you're just like, oh yeah, well, secretly, or not secretly, internally, you were thinking, I'm stronger than that. It's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to burn out like that. Like, I'm fine. I'm still completely okay. They might just be a little weaker than me. You wouldn't vocalize that because it's not that you would ever put someone down for this, but at the same time, internally, you think to yourself, well, they're probably just not as strong as me. They've probably just not been through as much adversity as I have in my life, and I will be fine. It's not going to be that bad for me. And I want you to know here within the waxing crescent too, that your guides want you to accept help and support before you actually receive a rude awakening in the form of becoming that person that you looked at and thought, oh, that's never going to be me, burnt out and not being able to get out of my bed. I'm still going to be able to somehow motivate myself and peel myself out of bed. It's a slippery and fast slope to that. And I want you to not think just because you're still okay now that it can't happen or can't happen again, you know? So protect yourself, Gemini. This reading is about accepting that you are human, that you deserve rest, and also, like we've got here with these two hands reaching out to one another, accept help from others who will either help you when it comes to cleaning up, organizing, taking some work off of your plate, especially if you have huge responsibilities. I know I even have a lot of parents who watch my channel as well. A lot of you guys even taking care of elderly family members, sick pets. Pets in general can be a handful and really a lot of work. And it's important that you also have time to create, you know, to do your own thing. Whether that is, for example, create for your YouTube channel, create in the form of writing, painting, just being creative in general. You've been lacking that, and your guides want you to allow others to support you and take heavy tasks off of your plate so that you can then be creative again in July. Now, the dark moon shows us here that while your life feels extremely full, it is actually void. Your life feels like every nook and cranny has been stuffed and filled, but actually you are experiencing a void in July. And we've spoke about it. We spoke about the fact that life isn't just work. It's also about pleasure and having fun and growing through understanding to what point you want to push yourself before things get ugly. And the dark moon also shows us here that now what you are doing is creating this void as a space in which you can now fill things in that bring you joy and bring you pleasure. So the void before was emptiness, but now the void is becoming free space. And when the void becomes free space that you are able to use and utilize for things that you love, then all of a sudden the void feels good, right? It's not that void of emptiness any longer, which can sometimes be pretty dark and heavy. Next up, we've got mystery. So the month of July will bring a good chunk of mystery with it, in the sense of you just don't really know what's coming next. So uncertainty in July in the form of mystery is actually an exciting type of uncertainty. And I do see here that the uncertainty comes in correlation to your creative journey. So you know that creatively speaking, you have some really big gifts, but you don't quite know how far you will be able to take them. That's still a mystery. But let me let you in on a little secret. A lot of the mystery is also just believing in yourself, all right? A lot of what seems like, oh, this is mystery, is not. To what degree do you believe in yourself and your capabilities? To what degree do you believe in your talent? All right, so how you feel and how far you think you will go, that is basically your reality. That's how far you will take things. And I want you to make peace with that. I want you to make peace with the fact that a lot of responsibility about where your life is right now and also where it's going to go has to do with you and the choices that you've made and the choices that you will either intercept or continue to make. And I do see that July is a really peaceful month for you because honestly, you're making a lot better decisions than you used to make in the past. It's not even comparable. And you know that you will just continue to do better and, as we spoke about, to grow more. Your guides are also wanting you to seek out a mentor or a guide to take baby steps as you grow and to be willing to learn from others. If you, for example, want to learn things such as tarot, how to print your own decks, how to manifest abundance in your life. If you love tarot readings and you want daily readings and bonus content, bonus pick a card readings and so on, check out my page. It's linked in the description box because I literally have created beautiful courses for all of these topics and beautiful content that you can access. And my gorgeous Gemini, these are the messages that we have received for you in regard to the month of July. I hope that you found them insightful. Make sure you leave a unicorn emoji below to let me and others know that you were here and that you watched your entire July prediction and horoscope. And I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful fellow Cancerian baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July horoscope, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed part one of your reading where you got to pick from the groups that I introduced you to during the intro. But now let's talk all things Cancerian for July. So let's get into what Spirit wants to say. So I see here that rejection is something you're dealing with. And I also see hunger. So for you, or shall I say for us, the month of July will come with its own form of rejections and its own form of things that are not working out for you because you are so hungry and you want more. And by hungry, I don't mean actual appetite. Sometimes being rejected from a certain job or a certain opportunity is not actually a bad thing because there is something way better in store for you. I cannot tell you how many times I wanted something so badly and it didn't work out. I received a rejection just to then, a week later, get a way better, bigger opportunity that wouldn't have come my way if I didn't continue to be hungry and put myself out there And just see this rejection as the universe's protection from something that wasn't meant for me, that wasn't big enough, exciting enough, rewarding enough for me anyways, and would never be able to satiate me and my hunger. Next up, yeah, our guides are confirming it. So thank you for still being here and open-minded. You guys know I always read the card completely honestly. So even if we receive rejection, I'm not going to tell you that July is going to be all roses and sunshine, but look what it's going to end up in. Abundance. We've got coins, we've got money, we've got things flowing and here for you to make your life easier. And abundance is another thing that is not just monetary, abundance in health, in time, in your well-being. And I do see here that you will be blessed, you will be rewarded because you're not someone who gives up. You're not someone who just lets up when things get a little bit challenging or a little bit uneasy. No, you continue to go, you continue to fight for what you want, and you continue to believe that you are worthy of everything that you've ever dreamt of. Now here within Stormy, I want you to know that you are being initiated into a completely new phase in July. And why things are stormy are of course because we are dealing with the initial feeling of, oh, rejection, the initial feeling of, oh, I'm not really sure whether this is prosperous, whether this is good. But then look at you in your fighting spirit. Look at you just saying to yourself, so what? Like, everyone gets rejected. J.K. Rowling was rejected how many times before Harry Potter was taken on by any publishing company? And look, she's literally the richest author on planet Earth. So I just want you to know here that you are on the right path. If you were wondering whether you're doing the right things, whether you're on the right path, whether life is really going to pay off in the way that you wanted it to, you are manifesting magic. July is the month of manifesting magic. July is the month of going for it, of seeing just how powerful that you can be when you have this unwavering faith and belief in yourself, and you don't allow for any little bumps or hiccups or what seems to be like a bump or hiccup. Because it's not even a bump or a hiccup if it's the universe protecting you from what was never meant for you. But you're not allowing any of those things to make you uncomfortable or to make you feel insecure. And that's your biggest strength compared to the other zodiac signs, because a lot of them are shaking in their boots during the month of July, but you are not. We have connect with your womb. So if a womb is part of your body, the month of July is going to have you connecting with it by taking better care of it, taking better care of your gut health, but also your womb health. You may be taking some supplements just to make sure that your pH levels stay in a good position. If you are not someone who owns a womb or who has a womb, this is about connecting with divine feminine energy and your reproductive organs. And I want you to know here that the month of July and thinking about what you want to do family planning wise, and also just kind of comparing to your peers and seeing what you want for yourself in the future is actually a great kind of testament to your maturity and the fact that deep breathing is helping you at this point in time. Because when you think of these things, you breathe deeply and you also remind yourself that, yeah, the future may have a lot of unknowns, and in some ways you feel like you're behind or you're doing things the wrong way round, and in a way you're the odd one out with your friends and your family and the people around you. But you also understand that in so many ways you're the odd one out in many different factors that they wish that they had. You're the odd one out in how diligent you are, how much you can fight to get what you want, how abundant your life is, everything you've already accomplished. So remember that whenever you feel a certain area of your life makes you uneasy, if you didn't invest as much in that area of your life, or you just overall aren't sure about that area, that's because you've invested a lot in other parts of your life that are truly valuable and that will make you such an amazing leader moving forward, whether it's being the head of your family, whether it's within your work, whether it's in your own company. I just want you to know here that July is actually a really eye-opening month for you, and at the forefront is abundance. So really, it may start off a little rocky, but you'll see, my gorgeous Cancerian, it'll turn around to actually be one of the best months yet. Now, my beautiful Cancerian, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel to never miss another one of these monthly horoscopes. And wherever you are in this world, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Leo baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction, which is the horoscope portion, as this is based on your zodiac sign. So as a Leo, you are ruled by the sun. You're said to be extremely generous and fun-loving, and I can't wait for us to see what is coming for you, Leo, during the month of July. So let's get into it, shall we? Spirit is telling me that there are some important messages that you have to receive in order for you to be prepared AF for this upcoming month. And I can tell that we're going to reveal something interesting right now. So we've got the Page of Rods. The Page of Rods corresponds to the element of fire, and as a Leo, you are a fire sign. The Page of Rods is the bringer of good news. The Page brings you news during the month of July of a new venture and opportunity that's coming your way, where you have to have your head screwed on in order for this to be very successful. So this is a business opportunity that is also very creatively engaging for you, that you're going to have the opportunity to start during the month of July and to make part of your streams of revenue. And I see here within the Fool, which is the very first card of the major arcana within the tarot, that actually the month of July is leading you to start things completely afresh with your career, with this new venture. It's going to be the first time that you're doing this sort of thing. It's going to be the first time that you're creating this type of stream of revenue where you're also able to be creative. You can clock in whenever you want. You can create as much or as little as you want. And it is just all completely up to you how you structure your day and your life. I see here within the Garnet that your guides are trying to reiterate to you, July is about igniting your passion. So the passions and the hobbies that you have during the month of July will be extremely ignited to the point where, as mentioned, you're turning them into business ventures. And this is something that you probably did not expect to happen so successfully, so quickly, my gorgeous Leo babies, but there's a reason why you are the most kind of out there of the zodiac signs, the most creative, the biggest leader, the most showy one as well. And I see here within the Azurite that actually July is a month of just being laser focused. You're not interested in what anyone is saying, what anyone else is doing. What is really important for you is to be focused, is to focus on your grind, focus on what you're doing, and to be successful at your ventures and everything that you touch. Because for you, you don't like to just talk a big game and not walk the talk. You actually really want to be that person that shows up and that makes it very clear that you're not just about things being amazing on the outside, but then on the back end, kind of living a completely different life. We've got Master number 33 and the Flower Moon for you, which shows us that you're blossoming in July. You're having a time of really coming into your own, of taking another big leap forward in your growth, your personal maturity, and also finding yourself doing tedious work more easily, because rather than procrastinating, you are growing up and maturing in the sense of realizing, I mean, I got to do this stuff anyways. Why procrastinate and add that mental stress to my plate when what I can do here within the waxing crescent 2 is I can just accept that some of these things on my to-do list that I've been procrastinating, they suck, I don't want to do them, but sooner or later, they need to be done anyways. Might as well do it now, free my mind, free my time. And I also see in the waxing crescent too that you're collaborating with other people in July when it comes to your professional life, and they're going to help you in your career. They're going to help you to build. They're going to help you to create. They're going to help you to take steps forward and not have all of the work just be stuck on your plate, because that's usually the case because you are very much a doer. But I see here in the waning gibbous 6, as mentioned, and we've also got master number 22, which is insane that we've had 2 master numbers show up for you for your July prediction. So 3, 3, and 2, 2. Those are your numbers during the month of July. Look on the clock, the screen. Notice these numbers, especially when it comes to time, in these synchronicities. The waning gibbous 6 shows us that, as mentioned, you're not just growing in maturity, you're just getting so wise to the fact that why should you do everything when there are ways how you can make your life easier? And in the end, it's not even that it's going to cost you so much that it's not worth it. For example, if you run your own business and in an hour you can make $100, but you spend 10 hours per month cleaning, why not hire a maid to come to your home for 3 hours every single week, every month? And you may pay the maid, maybe $15, $20, $25. It really depends where you live. But if you can then use that time to be productive and work, you're still making money compared to you putting in that effort to clean. So it's all about working smarter, not harder. And I do also see that you will be connecting with your crystals. We've got master number 11. We have the completion of the master numbers and all master number life paths, because life path numbers have 3 master numbers. We've got 11, we've got 22, and we've got 33. So we have a completion of master numbers here within your prediction for the month of July, which shows that this is going to be an extremely powerful month. It's going to be energetically charged. You're going to find here that connecting with your crystals brings forth extremely powerful manifestation energy, and it's going to feel like the month is going by in like a blur very quickly, but with so many miracles taking place for you as well. I also see that your guides want you to reiterate positive affirmations about yourself and do this every single morning and become very aware of your self-talk. Having all of these master numbers is an incredible sign and synchronicity, my gorgeous Leo, that the month of July is going to be an extraordinary one for you. It's going to bring forth extraordinary opportunities. You're going to do an extraordinary amount of work that you didn't know you could do in just 1 month. And your personal growth is going to take extraordinary leaps as well. You are inspiring others. You are like a teacher, really. And I want you to know here that July is looking fabulous for you. Now, my beautiful Leo baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it insightful. Let me know below in the comment section. Leave a sun emoji below, as you are ruled by the sun, in order to let me and others know that you were here and that you received your reading and you're a Leo, because that's the only way that anyone would know. And wherever you are in this world, my gorgeous Leo baby, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, my beautiful Virgo baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction. This is the horoscope portion, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed the first part of your reading, so we can now add on to it and see what your guides need you to know right now. Because one thing that I'm sensing in the tips of my fingers is that we're going to be unraveling a lot of very helpful truths for you for the upcoming month. So first up, we've got boss up as well as becoming nobody. My gorgeous Virgo, you have perfectionist tendencies, and I want you to know here within becoming nobody and bossing up is that in order to become that boss of your dreams, that person that does not give up, that person who is extremely successful beyond their wildest dreams even, you have to become a nobody. You have to let go of the story that you've been telling yourself about who you are. And if you have the same daily routine, week in, week out, of getting up, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, getting dressed for work, going to your place of employment or to school, and you have these routines in place, then of course you will feel as though you are every single day reinforcing how much money you currently make, what you're doing in your day-to-day basis, how you're living your life, how much are you traveling or not traveling, are you wearing the things you want to wear, are you seeing the world, and kind of reinforcing that story is going to come to a halt in July because you want more for yourself. So you're changing your daily routines up. You're switching it up in a completely new way. And I see here that while some people may say that you are crazy, how can you want to get up in the morning and immediately work out? How can you change your diet to be vegetarian, vegan, or just overall a diet that is completely different than anyone around you? How can you want this entrepreneurial lifestyle for yourself? You've never done that. You didn't study business or economics. How do you think you're going to manage? You don't give a flying F about any of that stuff, my gorgeous Virgo. You are setting healthy boundaries around yourself and your aspirations so you can become nobody in peace to then boss up and take things to the next level, because you know what you want, you know where you're going, and at the end of the day, you understand that whether you believe that you can or you can't, you're right. And you are choosing to believe that you can. So next up, of course, Spirit is giving us the confirmation that we were looking for July, and July being a time of reinventing yourself. It is a time of a rebirth. And I love how these cards speak so precisely in such volumes. And the month of July is a month of creating a new reality and giving life to your dreams. It's like rising like a phoenix from the ashes. And having this very cohesive message makes it abundantly clear that in July, this is your confirmation that things will completely change for you as you are reinventing yourself and reinventing how you see your life continuing on and what your accomplishments will be. Here within celebration, this is a time to celebrate, to have fun, to give yourself a pat on the back. A positive outcome is assured for you. Celebrate your success and enjoy your achievements as you are stepping into the realm of winners. You are becoming uncommon amongst the uncommon rather than uncommon amongst the average. Next up, we've got growth. Yes, Spirit is right here with us. As you can see, these cards are giving us a completely clear message for you, my beautiful Virgo, about how the month of July is just a month of you. It's a month of rebirth, reinvention, growth, and one thing that your guides are trying to tell you to do, if you are this little unicorn right here, and you are being called to seek out a mentor or a guide. Take baby steps as you grow and be willing to learn from others. That is the main message that we've got here within growth. Don't be afraid to ask someone who is further along on this journey of where you're going, to either making a certain amount of money every single month, having your business thrive, being a certain kind of look and aesthetic when it comes to your fitness journey, your health journey. Ask someone that you look up to and is where you're trying to go, how they did it. And the green corn moon shows us that July is just the beginning. This portal is opening up. You're already here with the red balloon. You're celebrating. Leave a red balloon emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you're a Virgo, because that's the only way that you would know. And it's funny that the only balloon emoji that exists is actually a red balloon emoji, and I love that this has showed up here in the green corn moon for you. So we're already celebrating, we're already having a good time, but it's just the beginning. Be patient as you step towards this portal into the unknown realm of even higher possibilities of accomplishment for yourself in the future. Next, we have got the dark moon. Now, despite all of this growth, rebirth, and celebration, you will find that in a way this is a journey that leaves you feeling like you're the only one who's on it, because those closest to you may just not even understand how important it is for you to be successful and to prove to yourself and others what you're capable of and what you're made of. So I definitely want you to know here within the dark moon that the month of July will show you that there is a part of your life that can still be filled with a beautiful person, a beautiful soul, be it someone that you want to be with romantically or just a new best friend who can help to push you, help to support you, help to be there for you. And just because you can tell, okay, there is a vacant space in my life, doesn't mean that it has to feel bad. It just shows you, all right, I'm ready to accept someone new into my life and into this space. I'm ready for it. So my gorgeous Virgo baby, this is your July prediction that I've received for you. I hope that you enjoyed this highly personalized 2-part reading. Make sure you let me know below in the comment section. Don't forget your red balloon emoji. And wherever you are in this world and whenever you chose to tune into this reading, whether it's day or night, I'm sending you so much love and I cannot wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Libra baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction. Let's figure out precisely what your guides have to say for you when it comes to the month of July, shall we? So family is really important. You'll be spending a lot of time with friends and family or friends who have turned into family. And this is so important because you will never regret having spent time with your loved ones and with your family members. That's something that I want you to always remember, even when you're feeling very busy, even when you've got so much to do, my beautiful Libra. Just remind yourself that a little time out to recharge with those closest to you is the most healing thing you can engage in during the month of July. Furthermore, you are also creating things with your hands. So whether it's building a new furniture piece from IKEA or some sort of other store, not that I'm promoting that store specifically, but that's just a store where a lot of DIY things happen once you get home. Or whether it's actually doing pottery, taking a pottery class, doing arts and crafts. These are different ways in which you can reconnect with using your hands, because it's definitely something that has gotten lost with smartphones and laptops. All we're doing is typing. But when do we actually get our hands dirty? You remember as a kid when you used to do things with dirt and soil and you would get like dirt in the little grooves of your fingers and you would get like dirt under your nails and everything, and you would really have to scrub your hands to get them all clean again when you wash them. That's what I'm seeing here for July, and it's so crazy that it is so foreign to us in this day and age, or at least to a lot of us, because we don't do as much like gardening, being outside, getting our hands properly dirty. So every time you do, I just want you to cherish those moments and to remind yourself that using your hands is so therapeutic and is part of human nature. Next up, we've got soaking in a bath. If you do have a bathtub that is accessible to you, use all of the necessary little ingredients, the necessary items to make it comfortable, whether that's lighting candles, bath bombs, bath salts, any type of bubble bath mixtures that you may like, aromatherapy, light some incense, soak in a bath, and have the most relaxing moments in July ever, because guess what, my gorgeous Libra? You deserve it. You are so diplomatic. You are so detail-oriented. And that is tiring. That can really weigh on you mentally. So if you're not already in therapy, make sure you give yourself some of this therapy during the month of July, because that's really what Spirit is trying to say to you as an overarching theme. It's time to take care of yourself, like spend time with family, then doing things with your hands, arts and crafts, soaking in a bath. Isn't this like therapy, but without actually going to a shrink? You know what I mean? It is extremely soothing and bringing you back to a place of feeling grounded. And I do see here that one thing that Spirit wants to communicate to you is that what people love the most is that you're so reliable and you're so easy to get along with. You're not the type of person who brings drama or stirs up drama. You are always wanting for everyone to get along. And if someone wants something done here in reliable, they will ask you, Libra, to get it done. Nobody else. They're going to ask you whether you can help, whether you can support the cause. And I want you to know that during the month of July, you will be asked to be part of a lot of different projects because you are so reliable, and you're also going to accept. So it will be a busy month. I see here in acceptance, you're riding the wave of a lot of projects, a lot of things going on, being involved in surprises as well. I see birthday surprises, planning parties and weddings, and here within acceptance and riding that wave, you're really great at planning and organization compared to the other signs of the zodiac, which is why when you do these things that can really take a lot out of you, your guides want you to make sure that you're pouring just as much back into yourself and replenishing your soul at every possible moment that you can. Next up, we've got the citrine. It's funny because I'm actually wearing citrine right now. I'm wearing my Celestial It Girl citrine ring, as well as the Double the Attention citrine ring, which is a stone that invites in light, prosperity, and abundance, financial abundance too. I've got my store linked in the description box. If you just type in citrine, you'll be able to find all of the citrine jewelry that I sell, and it all ships worldwide too. And this is a crystal that showing up for you for July is going to help you to manifest more wealth. It's going to help you to manifest more abundance. This is your crystal for the upcoming month. This is a stone that will support you in bringing in more work for yourself that you want to do. Not just work in general, but work that you're actually excited about. And then here within the rose quartz, which is the crystal of love, it's the crystal of friendship, it's the crystal of care and connections. I do see here that opening up your heart is important in July to fully enjoy it. So it also makes sense as to why family has showed up for you. And this is an example of a rose quartz crystal. This is a beautiful rose quartz crystal point, and having some sort of rose quartz that you've got next to your bedside table, or even something that you're wearing. I'm wearing this little rose quartz bracelet. I have some on my website as well, is going to help you to just get closer to your loved ones during the month of July. Now, my absolutely gorgeous, stunning Libra baby, this is the reading that I've received for you. I hope that you found it insightful, and I'm looking forward to you taking on these very fun projects for July, while at the same time indulging in so much self-care and connecting with your loved ones. It's going to be an awesome month for you. So wherever you are in this world, I am sending you so much love, and I cannot wait to catch up with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Scorpio baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction. This is all based on your sign of Scorpio, and I can't wait for us to figure out precisely what messages you must receive to best prepare you for the month of July. So first up, we have got the aquamarine. Now in the aquamarine, you're being called to go with the flow. Have a good time during the month of July without overthinking whether you're doing everything right and whether you're doing everything the way you're quote unquote supposed to do things. Because I see here within the tiger's eye, my gorgeous Scorpio, that you often worry that you're doing things wrong or that you're doing things too slowly. Looking at some people in the media, especially on social media, you feel as though you're behind, you feel as though you're not doing as much. But I want to remind you that not all that glitters is gold, and also not everything that we see on social media is real and is even rooted from a place of sincerity. Next up, in the clear quartz, your guides can see that the month of July will get things crystal clear for you. Rather than overthinking whether you've got what it takes in order to accomplish your goals, you will see very clearly through facades of other people. And I also see that some people are going to be exposed who you looked at from a place of respect and of thinking that they had earned their fortune and they had earned everything that they represent through hard work, but you will actually find that they didn't at all. And that will make you feel a lot better about the fact that you are quote unquote behind when you're really not, when you grind and do things honestly and without kind of stepping over dead bodies to get there. Yeah, things might take a little longer than when you do some stuff that is a little bit questionable. Next up, within passion. Your guides are trying to encourage you to do what excites you, to get fired up about your life, and to increase your energy levels. Because when you don't do what excites you, when you don't do the things that make you light up, it feels as though life is really dull and challenging to even deal with. It may feel like getting up in the morning is a struggle because you're not doing enough things that actually ignite you, that actually make you feel like you are quote unquote on fire. So if you're not doing enough stuff that makes you excited about life, of course you're going to be depressed. Of course it's going to be hard for you to get up in the morning and you're going to hit snooze a million times over. But here within prosperity, I want you to know that another part of what makes July a lot easier for you to get up and get moving is that a gift of money is on its way to you and your income is increasing. You're now being encouraged to manage your finances with love, with care, and with this entire essence of wanting to ensure that your finances have longevity. So financial literacy increasing through you reading books and blogs and tuning into channels that can help you to know precisely what to do in order for your money to go a very long way. Next up, within rebirth, your guides are telling you that the month of July is a month of reinventing yourself. Give life to your dreams and create a new reality from July onwards. There is nothing that you set your mind to that isn't possible for you to accomplish. And I want you to know here within the rebirth and passion that the more you actually wake up every day excited to lean into some of your passions and be creative in your passions, the more you will find success because you're bringing life force to the table. You're bringing so much amazing energy everywhere that you go. So the next message that we've got for you is to plan a vacation. July is all about catching flights, not feelings for you, Scorpio. So catch those flights. Avoid catching the feelings and plan your vacation. Plan on actually taking a plane to somewhere new, somewhere you've never been before, but somewhere that you intuitively, with your third eye chakra and your natural instincts, you just understand this is a place that you need to go to. And if you need a little bit of more clarity during this vacation planning process, take lots of walks. I have been taking a lot more walks recently than ever before because I find it so clearing, cleansing, and supportive to be out in the nature and to get my steps in. So take walks, get that sweet oxygen into your system, and get those steps. My goal every single day is to do 10,000 steps a day. Sometimes I'm over, sometimes I'm under. And I do also document this on Instagram a lot as well. If you're not following me on there just yet, make sure that you do. I share reels with a lot of kind of, I would say, like positive information and information that makes you think. So here within taking a walk, I just want you to know that that is an amazing time for you to brainstorm while also getting some exercise going. And it makes you very much like a fit, lean person if that's what you're looking to be. When you get a lot of steps every single day, it's like you lose weight without even trying if you're trying to lose weight. And it also is amazing for your mental health. There are so many benefits to taking a walk, so do that as frequently as you can. Even 15 minutes is far better than no minutes whatsoever. Now, my gorgeous Scorpio baby, this is a reading that I've received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. And wherever you are in this world, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius baby. Welcome to part 2 of your July prediction. I can't wait for us to get into it and to figure out precisely what your guides have to say to you when it comes to the upcoming calendar month and what you need to know to be as prepared as possible. So first up, we've got trust, with a little heart here in the center of the structure. So as a Sagittarius, you are a fire sign, you are ruled by Jupiter, and you are very optimistic as well as honest and sometimes extremely restless. And restlessness and feeling scattered can chew away at the trust that you have in yourself as well as in the process of getting to this next level in your love life, in your career, personally. So it is important that you trust, and as Spirit wants to reiterate that you understand that when you're passionate about something, you care so much that sometimes you overthink it and then it seems as though you're lacking trust. But the universe wants you to emit the frequency, the energetic wavelength of trusting in your success, trusting in yourself, especially with everything that you're so passionate about. And then you will be rewarded tenfold for your patience as well as your unwavering trust. We've also got happiness and frustration. So the month of July will bring this kind of like roller coaster emotionally of feeling happy and frustrated at the same time. So for one, you're happy and grateful when it comes to everything that's already in your life. But then on the other hand, you also feel a sense of frustration because you feel like you're ready to take on more. You're ready for bigger, better things. And that can leave you feeling as though nothing really fits into the space that you're in right now. So almost like we've got this block that doesn't fit into this round space in order to fill this gap and this void. It's like everything that you try isn't properly filling the gap or the void. But what if this was never meant to be filled? What if this needs to be here right now? What if this is actually your rabbit hole? Just like in Alice in Wonderland, maybe you are meant to go down this rabbit hole of learning, of gaining clarity, of figuring out who you truly are. So I want you to know that July will bring some very interesting revelations, as well as different ways, viewpoints from which you can see your journey through life that you had never taken into consideration before. The Rhodonite shows us here that you're also finding a way to forgive some hurt. Now, forgiving someone that hurt you immensely, whether it's a friend or a family member, can be a challenging task because, of course, when you're emotional, when you feel as though your trust has been broken, it's not something that comes easily. But the Rhodonite is an indication that you're giving this gift to yourself during the month of July rather than feeling like you're giving somebody a cop-out. Now, why I'm saying that you're giving this gift to yourself is because forgiveness does not mean that the other person didn't do anything wrong, but it's freeing yourself from the emotional turmoil and torture that comes with not forgiving and the heaviness that you still hold within you that you, quite frankly speaking, don't need. Next up within the Garnet, we have got another message of igniting your passion. Your guides want you to focus on where you're the most passionate and for you to remember that passion, excuse me, my gorgeous Saggy, that passion is the most important ingredient for longevity when it comes to your work, when it comes to how you create your life, and also growth, all right? Moving forward, growing in your career, but also in your personal life. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're not going to put in that extra effort. You're not going to put in the extra research. You're not going to put in the extra hours to perfect what you're working on. So really be a little tough on yourself, if you will, during the month of July, and ask yourself whether the things that you're engaging in on a day-to-day basis actually make you feel passionate, or whether you're just doing them because they need to be done. And if you're not spending a lot of time feeling the passion of life and of what you're doing, that is an area that needs a little bit of adjusting and optimization. As the Justice card shows us here, that for you, life is all about finding the right balance. And July shows you that there is a balance between having fun and indulging. There is a strong balance between working hard but also living your life. And there is a balance between feeling frustrated and finding solutions in a timely manner for that frustration to not grow into something that's unnecessarily big. I do also see here within the Empress that this is a month of fertility. So my gorgeous Sagittarius, whether you are looking to conceive or that is not something you're interested in whatsoever, take the necessary precautions, okay, or get excited for being a little frisky. Either way, I want you to know here in the Empress that having this fertile month before you, where you are the goddess, you are the creator, you are the multiplier, you are the divine feminine energy, a lot of things will just be able to come to you. But there's no point in things coming to you if you are unwilling to receive them with open arms. So just as the Empress has her arms open, you are being called to do the same for the month of July. Welcome people into your life with open arms. Welcome opportunities, welcome gifts, welcome people giving to you. As the Five of Pentacles shows us that if you fail to do so during the month of July, at a later point, you will regret that you did not accept. You will regret that you put yourself in a position where your ego allowed you to block blessings that were coming your way that you really did not need to say no to whatsoever. So let's see what final parting piece of guidance that your guides have for us. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Now trust in the process of your career and your money making. The Seven of Pentacles is a card that reveals here that when it comes to your financial gains, you need to allow for things to grow. You need to allow for things to also be nourished in the soil. You've planted the seeds. The Seven of Pentacles is not a beginning phase or beginning stadium, but it is a time in which you are being called to be grateful for what you have already accomplished and proven works, but then at the same time, let the current process have enough time to establish itself. Don't judge things so quickly and then change them again because you think that they're not working. The Seven of Pentacles is all about giving those seeds that you've planted time to sprout and to see what grows and what doesn't. But the key point is to give the things time to grow as they will. You may grow something that resembles a huge oak tree. You may also have planted a seed that grows a dandelion, and the oak tree may be amazing if you're looking for shade, if you're looking for shelter, if you want something that takes up a lot of space in your life. And the dandelion might seem small, but it can also be small and mighty and teach you a lot of things that you didn't know prior to planting this dandelion. So I just want you to understand that all growth is good and all growth is teaching you. Now, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. Wherever you are in this world, I am sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn baby. Welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your prediction, which is based on your zodiac sign. I hope that you enjoyed picking from part one, but now let's talk all things Cappy, shall we? So first up, we've got some big changes coming towards you during the month of July, and these are big, happy changes, as we do have a dove up here as well, which is symbolic of peace. And as you can see, these happy changes do give us a vibe of feeling like you're excited for what's to come next. We also do have some jewelry, adornment, a very big, poofy kind of celebratory dress. So you're going to be dressing up, showing out in July, and enjoying the attention. That's one thing that I see here. And there will also be changes to your hair, so more hair growth, more fullness, and you feeling like you want to show off your face a little more, so wearing your hair in a way that frames your face. So we've got create and progress next for you. You will be indulging in a lot of creative pursuits during the month of July, which means you will be painting, you will be creating art in the form of music, in the form of making video content, writing. I do see here that you will make a lot of big progress when it comes to these changes, and you will find yourself in a position where you're so excited and happy for the next upcoming months, because July was already so bomb. So you're like, I can't wait to see what comes next. I can't wait to see what August is going to bring, September. So this is a great month for you, my gorgeous Cappy baby. I can already see that. And within family, you're spending a lot of time with your loved ones, all right? And spending time with loved ones is so important because it's a kind of way of spending time that you will never regret. Remind yourself of that every time you feel like, oh, but I should be working, I should be doing this, that, or the third. No, spending time with family or friends that have turned into family is one of the most important things that you can do for your mental health and well-being, but also for the relationships that you've got within your life. So I just want you to understand here that the month of July will be filled with get-togethers, making sure that you are saying yes to invitations for barbecues, for walks together. And I also see here within Use Your Hands that aside from having fun with family, we spoke about create and progress, but within Use Your Hands, it just becomes even more clear that stationery will be bought during the month of July. You will be spending hours browsing through different stationery because it is just filling your heart with joy. And then you will also be crafting. You will be doing arts and crafts. You will quite literally be doing pottery. You will be fully immersed within your zone of creativity and using your hands like you haven't done in a very long time. Do you remember as a kid when you used to use your hands for different projects and they would get dirty, like the lines on your hands would have like dirt or earth in them? You would get dirt underneath your fingernails, and to clean it out you would need to use a lot of soap, a brush. It would take you a couple minutes to properly wash your hands. And losing touch with our hands and creativity, creation, and nature is something that you've realized hasn't been good for your mental health and that you are changing. You're making sure that you reconnect with. And I see here within rest that the month of July also brings so many opportunities to rest for you, so many opportunities for you to do what you feel like doing rather than what you think you should be doing. And realizing that resting is productive. Resting is something that you should feel proud of, because guess what? Within resting, not only will you encounter some good ghosts, if you will, not only will you be able to relive some memories with past loved ones, but I do also want you to know that feeling well rested will help you do everything with so much more creativity, ease, and peace. And it will also make you a lot less susceptible to having emotional outbursts or letting anyone trigger you. Now, here within the energy card that popped right out of the pile as I was shuffling, your guides want you to know that the month of July brings a huge increase in energy because you are finally giving your body the rest that it needs. And you're also filling up your energetic tank by spending time with friends and family. You're maybe not usually the most extroverted person ever, but being around people who just understand you and around who you feel safe, that is helping you in order to feel re-energized and to feel like you have more energy in July rather than less. So here within Innocence, your guides are communicating to you to take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonderment. Now, Innocence is all about remembering what you used to want to do as a child and maybe you weren't allowed to do, or the funds weren't there. For whatever reason, it just didn't come to fruition, but now you can still do those things. You don't have to feel as though the time has come and gone and you'll never experience it again. I do see here within Miracles that July brings you a lot of prayers that are answered through also just being in this childlike sense of wonder again, of going back to a time where you didn't have so many worries, where things were easy. And miracles are about having faith that your miracle is on its way and your prayer then being answered, surrendering to the how. So not asking yourself how it's going to happen, how you're going to be able to get there, but simply just making it a thing by believing, by having faith, by focusing on nurturing who you are, and then finding that July actually brings some unexpected joy and big changes and miracles for you that I do see have to do with being able to also support your family and also support those around you, because that's one of the things you've always wanted to do, to be able to make more memories with those closest to you and to help and support them regardless of what they need or the situation may be. Now, my gorgeous soul, this is the reading that I've received for you for the month of July. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you found it insightful, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming predictions. Hello, my stunning Aquarius baby, and welcome to the second, even more intricate part of your July prediction. So let's get into it, shall we, and figure out precisely what's coming for you in July. So we've got sincere relationships coming for you. If you've been wanting a very real relationship with someone that you can trust, and you want to only have people around you who are honest, who are trustworthy, who aren't going to take advantage of you, the month of July is really your month of enjoying those. It's your month of safety in relationships, and also just having people that you're so close to that it's almost like you guys are twins, so to say. I also see here that the reason why this is so important for you is because you have dealt with a lot of negativity in the past, and it's not something that you want to carry on within your future. So you like for sincere relationships to be the overarching theme of your life in general, and it will be in July for sure, because you want to avoid negativity. It's not your thing. It's maybe who you used to be in the past. You were a little more dramatic, a little bit more open for arguments, discussions, and stuff like that. But here within strength, it just shows you've grown so much that's not even you anymore. It's not even adjacent to who you are, because you've got so much of this inner strength and resilience in the form of this kind of tiger spirit animal energetic presence that you're on, that you don't need to prove yourself, nor are you going to get into any discussion or argument with anyone. No, thank you. That is not happening for Aquarius. Now, within updates to your system, quite literally, that software update on your phone and on your laptop that you have been putting off, all right? Like, you're finally doing it here in July. Congratulations, Aquarius, for getting your systems up to date and finally quitting the procrastinating, because it has been overdue. And updates to your system is not just representative of that, but also updates to your system on an internal level. So feeling as though you would rather have a smaller group of friends, but a sincere one, rather than a huge squad of people, so to say, because what's the point if you can't trust? Now, here within the day you plant the seed, I do see a lot of wisdom from you in understanding that good things take time. You don't like to rush. You don't like to plant something and immediately think, oh, why haven't I grown a tree yet? Like, why is nothing sprouting? You're the type of person who plants seeds, and you understand the difference between the day you plant the seed and the day you harvest the fruit. And I do see here that July is about planting a lot of seeds. It is the day, or shall I say the month, of planting seeds, of creating delayed gratification, and of also starting your legacy, starting to create something for the future. So paying money back into a savings account, actually getting stocks, bonds, and making sure that you are really paying attention to your coins. We've got the Two of Coins here, and within the Two of Coins we've also got, I believe these are these hearts. So the Two of Coins, which is the Two of Pentacles, represents the balance between what you want to do, what you love doing, your personal life, and also things in the earthly realms, your professional life, your career, your finances. So it's about finding a place where there isn't so much friction, and it's not so hard to balance the two, and it doesn't feel like you're constantly overriding what you want because, well, I have to work, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. Next up, we've got the Ace of Elixirs. The Ace of Elixirs is indicative of a new lover coming into your life during the month of July. The Ace of Elixirs corresponds to the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot, and it is symbolic of new romantic love entering, and that's why we've also got this represented in the form of this one big love potion, which I'm really excited for you to witness, for you to see, for you to have in your life. And this person coming into your life is a very sincere person. We have that confirmed within the sincere relationships card. So I'm truly, truly looking forward to you meeting this person during the month of July. For those of you who are in committed relationships, this is you spicing things up. This is you reigniting the spark during the month of July, because love is having a fresh beginning, a fresh start, and a new opportunity to blossom. Now, my gorgeous Aquarius, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. Leave a red heart emoji below to let me and others know that you were here and you received your reading and you're an Aquarius. Wherever you are in this world, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Pisces baby, and welcome to your July prediction. I hope that you enjoyed part 1 of your reading that you got to pick from during the intro. But now we're talking all things Pisces, and I can't wait to figure out what your guides have to say to you in regards to the month of July and what's coming for you. So let's see what you need to know. First up, we've got the Pyrite. Let the money flow in. Okay, Pisces, looks as though the month of July is bringing you financial abundance. You're getting extra money that you didn't expect. You're more successful financially than you thought you would be. And I'm really, really excited to have this confirmed for you within your reading. And the Pyrite is an amazing stone that helps to attract abundance into your life. So if you're looking for a crystal to do just that, Pyrite is it. Now, Labradorite is a crystal of seeing the future steps, seeing the magic, seeing how you can create even more abundance past the month of July, because you are within the frequency of receiving and of allowing for the funds to flow in. And the Labradorite will just help you to manifest that to the next level and to make sure that it is sustainable over a longer period of time. So if you were looking for a crystal combination, it's Pyrite and Labradorite for you during the month of July. Put it on your bedside table, put it on your altar, keep it in your pocket. Make sure that you combine these two crystals during the month of July for the most potent manifestation powers and for you to attract as much abundance as possible. Okay, we're eating the whole cake, leaving no crumbs. And if you just needed an excuse to buy new crystals, and if you didn't know which ones to buy, Pyrite and Labradorite, that's your excuse for the month of July. Happy shopping, my beautiful Pisces. So let's move a little more deeply into your reading, shall we? So next up, we've got chanting. I know chanting may seem foreign to a lot of my Pisces babies if it's something that you have never done or haven't done in a long time, but it's actually so liberating and relaxing. You should try it. There are so many guided and instructed chanting videos on YouTube and on the internet. Make chanting a part of your routine. If you don't like to just sit and meditate because it's too quiet and quote unquote boring or challenging for you, then do some chanting because it's like meditation, but you get to use your voice, you get to use your breath more, and it's just a little more engaging and a little less stale. But overall, your guides want you to be still. You're overworked, you're doing too much, you really do put a lot of effort into your life to the point where your guides can see that your body is pretty exhausted, and it's now a time for you to be still. It's a time for you to relax more because you spend so much of your energy doing and being there for others. But what about you, my gorgeous Pisces? Another thing that I want you to know, numerologically speaking, is that be still corresponds to the number 4 and chanting corresponds to the number 8. So 4 multiplied by 2, then we get the number 8. 2 multiplied by 2 gives us the number 4. So I want you to know here that when it comes to numerology, the number 4 and 8, so For as much work as you put in, I want you to at least take half of your work time for you to be still. So chanting is considered like work. So if in a day, for example, you work for 8 hours, I want you to take at least 4 hours for yourself in July to be still. I know it sounds like a lot, and it sounds like, where am I going to get 4 hours in a day from? It can be while you're cooking, just putting on your headphones, listening to something that you love. It can be right before bed, adding that extra hour, hour and a half for you to just read or watch your favorite show. But please, you need to relax. You need to rest, my gorgeous Pisces. You've been doing a lot, and doing a lot doesn't always equal more money. The money will flow in regardless for you during the month of July. Next up, we've got the Holy Amethyst, which represents the message of divine alchemy. Now, this message is all about moving beyond current challenges and focusing on what you desire during the month of July. Focusing on what you desire can only be attained when, as already mentioned, you are open to and allowing for stillness. Because if you're not allowing stillness to happen, then you are constantly on the go, constantly running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it will be hard for you to clearly see what type of steps that your guides want you to use in the future, where to go next. And I know this sounds really woo-woo, but it's actually mega helpful to meditate and ask your guides, ask God, ask your angels, whatever you believe in. What should I do next? Like, literally sit there in meditation, close your eyes and ask, what do I do next? What is my next step? What should I do in order to accomplish my biggest goals? And the answers will come to you quicker than you thought and more clearly than you expected. Now, within Gaia, we've got Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth and stay grounded. Your guides can see here that you are a thoughtful and mindful person, especially when it comes to Earth, but you can benefit from doing just a little bit of extra recycling, a little bit of extra making sure that whenever you can, you're purchasing things that create less waste. You are making sure that whatever you're indulging in when it comes to food is not too heavy on the ecological footprint. And overall, you are a very caring type of person, and going out into the nature during the month of July will help you to balance, to bring yourself back to a place of feeling like you're grounded. And it will also allow you to see things from a different perspective. That's why the Hanged Man is a card that you've received in your July horoscope. The Hanged Man in the tarot shows us a person who is hanging upside down, but they're not distressed about hanging upside down. They're chilling, they're relaxing, because they wanted this. They wanted to hang upside down and to relax and see things from a different perspective, because they're challenging themselves to not do what they've always done and to not always be running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but actually to reflect and take a moment to figure out what is going on and what's to come next. And here within the Queen of Coins reversed, I want you to understand the month of July is a month of removing yourself from superficiality. There are so many people who only care about what they're wearing, what brands that they're getting, and what they're going to buy next, and what they can spend money on. You are so not interested in that, and you're removing yourself from anyone who actually is like that, because it is not in your interest to be around that type of energy, because depth is more important to you than having 1,000,000 people around you or owning X amount of stuff. So when you let the money flow in, you're actually going to invest it in a way that's really smart, so that in the future your money will continue to make money for you, and you don't just spend it on useless stuff that you don't really need to impress people who don't really care, and then in the future you don't have any money anymore and you're broke even though you had a lot of money flowing in. So you've already thought ahead, you're already wise beyond your years, my gorgeous Pisces baby, and I can't wait for you to thrive during the month of July. So wherever you are, my beautiful Pisces, I'm sending you so much love, and I cannot wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings.